Good afternoon. Um, it's 4:41, 4:51 days now since I had any of those carbs in my food. Um, all is well. So the my weight seems to be sitting around the 78 kilo mark, which is fine. It's a little bit overweight, but it's definitely not obese. Long way from that. And my blood pressure yesterday was 114 over 80 and my heart rate was 73 beats per minute. Had a very good night's sleep last night and everything was more or less as good as we can hope for. Let's see, yes. That little guy there, his name's Franz Josef, after the emperor. Yes. Yes. So we've had a few thunderstorms in the last past since I was on last. Even more than one a day in some cases, which has cooled everything down. It's still 20 something, but it's not 30 something, so that's a plus. He's got short legs, but he can move. Um, yeah, so the weather is good. We are getting a dose of autumn leaves falling, as you can see. Not quite here yet, but definitely, well, it's begun. It has begun. Whatever else might say about it, is definitely by the second week of August you should be seeing signs of autumn. Simple as that. Why? Because the sun is halfway between the yes, yes, halfway between the tropic and the equator. Very simple. Simple astronomy. So every 46th day after the sun has hit the solstice or the equinox, the season ends and a new one begins. On my calendar anyway, and the Chinese calendar. Quite likely a few others, but they're the ones I know about. Um, what else? Lots of mosquitoes about. Yeah. Otherwise, everything is as good as can be expected. Um, I'm happy. I've still got a fridge full of steak and butter to plough my way through day by day, and I don't know. So, in the world scheme of the worldwide world, we've got China is having a bit of a debt problem, a bit of a flood problem. Obviously, the CCP has lost the mandate of heaven. The Russian economy is not doing well. The ruble is catching up with itself. Economic sanctions take a little while to affect economy, but they get there. As soon as your economy is no longer capable of trading internationally, it tends to stagnate a little bit, especially if you're throwing most of your resources into invading the country next door. But that's what they've been doing, well, since the Chechens declared independence. And of course, the other three things are Transnistria, the two little efforts in Georgia, Abkhazia and Ossetia, plus the Ukraine, are all manufactured to make it impossible for those countries to join NATO. That's the rules. And nobody tells them to join NATO. They apply of their own accord, and then it goes through the rounds of all the other members. It's not as if somebody sits up top and says, pulls strings and this happens or doesn't happen. Although that's the way a lot of people seem to think that's the way the world works. No, it doesn't work like that. I mean, if it really did, it wouldn't be the way it is. The way it is because everybody gets a bright idea and heads off with it, and either works or they fall flat in their faces. There's more that I could say, but I don't feel like it at the moment because it would take too long. It would take too long. Otherwise, everything is good. It'll probably rain again tonight, which is good because I'll be inside and probably in bed when it happens. Nothing like the sound of rain on the roof with a bit of distant thunder like last night to sleep soundly. Okay, there's still a bit of fruit ripening on this bush next to me. And the walnuts have started falling off the trees, and the plums. I didn't get to see what... Oh yes, the mulberries have come and gone. And the linden trees have... well, their little seed pods are starting to harden and ready to drop. They usually take a long time to drop. Probably not till next spring. They just sit on the tree and wait. Okay, well that's it from me this 10 days or so, and wishing you all well. And remember, if plan A isn't working and plan B is not possible today, you can always try plan whatever. Just look around and see what is at hand that you can follow through with. Okay, bye.